Hello everyone. Today I would like to read out the third chapter titled The Hand Holding from My Manuscript. The world called him a monster. This is a fictional story. All characters, places, and events are based on imagination. Any resemblance to real person, living or otherwise, is purely coincidental. I'd like to read out the story. The memory lanes refused to leave Avantika. As she tried to create a plan, a peaceful way to end the violent thoughts consuming the world, she found herself traveling deeper into her own past. Uninvited, yet persistent, childhood memories kept returning. She imagined herself standing at a bus stop beside her elder sister Vinita. Avantika was only 3 years old then. Vinita was 10. The two sisters were waiting for their father to return home. He had been away for so long that Avantika could not even remember seeing him before. Her mother often told her stories about him, stories of how he had lovingly carried her in his arms when she was just an infant. But he had been deployed far away to a place the family was never told about. Avantika was excited. She was finally going to meet her father. Standing at the bus stop, she tugged gently at her sister's hands and asked, "Why did Achan leave us and go?" Vinita replied proudly, "He had gone for work." "But why does Achan have to do this kind of work?" Avantika asked again. "He is not the only one," Vinita explained. "There are many like him serving the country and keeping their families safe." Avantika frowned. "I don't want to stay away from him. My friends go to school with their fathers. Sometimes their fathers pick them up too." Vinita sighed patiently. "We are here with you. Amma drops you and picks you up. Why are you making a fuss? It's only 2 hours of school. Our colony is nice. You have friends to play with. Let Achan do his work." Then she added softly, "He'll be here any moment. Stop sulking." Avantika's tiny eyes followed every passing bus, searching for a familiar face she had never truly known. And then she saw him, a man in uniform, holding a suitcase with a couple of wooden boxes placed beside him. Vinita smiled immediately. "See, Achan is here." Avantika ran towards him and tightly wrapped herself around his leg. The suitcase rested quietly on the ground. The wooden boxes stood nearby, and her father lifted her gently into his arms before pulling Vinita close as well. The bus stop stood just outside their colony gate. A security guard walked over to help with the luggage. It was a happy family reunion. That day, Avantika followed her father everywhere. She refused to let go of him. And for the first time in her life, she experienced a kind of joy she had never known before. But another memory slowly surfaced. The family was sitting together watching television. War widows stood proudly on a screen, receiving medals on behalf of their husbands. The television screen was filled with applause, honor, and national pride. But no one could see the emptiness hidden behind the white sari, the loss of a husband, the loss of a father, the loss of a life partner. As a child, Avantika admired the bravery of the soldiers, just like everyone else in the room. She could not yet understand the silence left behind. A soldier was seen as a symbol of national pride, but somewhere deep inside her, a quiet fear had already been planted. The fear of deployment, the fear of borders, the fear of absence. Her loving father, too, was part of the force protecting the country. Now, as an adult, she questioned those memories differently. The soldier deserved honor. The country remained safe because of people like him. But who would fill the emptiness left behind in the lives of their families? She remembered the face of one war widow on television. Her expression looked numb. Her eyes carried pride. But beneath that pride was a silence no medal could ever fill. She had lost someone she loved deeply, for no fault of her own. A line drawn somewhere to protect a country had shaken the happiness of a family. And family, Avantika realized, was the basic building block of society, of a nation, and of the world itself. And as she walked further through memory lane, another image appeared. She remembered her mother receiving a phone call from her uncle, her mother's brother, who was serving the nation on yet another mission. His words stayed in Avantika's mind for years. He was entering a religious region caught in conflict. Avantika was too young to understand who was right and who was wrong. She did not know whether her uncle's side was correct or whether the opposing side also believed they were right. All she wanted was for her uncle was to return home safely so that her mother would stop looking worried. Those memories slowly made her question the very idea of an evil force. Both sides were fighting, and fighting itself, she felt, was often the act of a villain. A true hero, in her understanding, stood for peace, for ethical living. She wanted to become that hero, not a villain, and that was why she wanted to meet those people the world called evil forces, the people destroying peace and silence everywhere, people glorifying death while ignoring the pain of personal loss. The more she imagined their faces, the stronger her desperation became. She wanted to meet him, to speak to him, to wish him recovery from this illness of destruction. She wanted to care for him like family, to bring him back to a world where peace still existed, to offer him hope for a different life. Avantika believed something deeply. The world could kill the people behind evil acts, but that alone would never destroy evil itself. Evil thoughts had to die, but the human carrying those thoughts could still be saved. And with that belief, Avantika made a decision. She switched on her laptop. What she planned to do next, how she intended to meet the man himself, remained unclear. Even this chapter did not yet know her secret plan. That's all for the day. Do let me know your thoughts about this chapter by writing in the comment section. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.